Hi everyone, it's Ashley, or What Is Up My Sleeve, and this is my week 33 post-op lap band to VSG update. I have missed the last 3 weeks because we were away. We returned last Thursday, but I'm sure anybody who's traveled overseas can understand that I was not into it when we got home. So, 33 weeks. I'm going to put the majority of my stats down below. I will give you what I was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago I weighed 226.4 pounds. Today I weighed in at 220 even. So that's a 6.4 pound loss over 3 weeks. But I did weigh myself the Friday I got back. So last Friday I weighed myself and I was about the same. I haven't really changed in about a week. So I did not gain at all. Sorry, I was looking at what this is. I didn't gain at all over my vacation, which was honestly shocking and obviously a pleasant surprise. I did a ton of walking. I don't think there was only a couple days where I didn't get my 10,000 steps. Excuse this. And those are travel days we were on planes or cars. Most days I put it up on my Instagram. You can see most days I got about over 10,000 steps, like maybe 11,000. The most I got was 15,000 one day. So yeah, we did a lot of traveling. I also did a lot of eating. I had pizza and calzone. That was on the same day. I shared a calzone with my husband. I ate about this much of it and was really stuffed. I also, before that, I had like a couple bites of my son's pizza. I had gelato. I had, it was tiramisu gelato, which is great. I had a toffee cake one day. You want some water? Okay. I will talk and get water. You lost my train of thought now. What else did we have then?
We had...
Oh, I had baklava. Sorry, I'm over here.
We had gelato.
Yeah, we had gelato. We had pizza more than once. One day we were really late and we just got pizza. Anything else that we... There were a few more like pastry things that I got. Yeah, I did my best. I really tried to eat protein. There was one day I had a sandwich, which was mind-blowing to me. But it was truly the only thing we could find, and I don't feel guilty about it, and I didn't feel bad about it at the time. You know, so it is what it is. I had to eat, and that was the only thing we could find. And we all had sandwiches. Oh, I had ice cream. I didn't put a picture on my Instagram, but I can. I will put a bunch of pictures on my weight loss Instagram. I didn't put a ton, just because a couple people are friends with me on both accounts, because I know them personally, and I didn't want them to see it on both at the same time. Just, I don't know, kind of overwhelm them, annoy them with my pictures. But I will put some up today of kind of some of the foods. I did take a few pictures of foods, but these ice creams were awesome. They were, they looked like little like Starbucks cups. They weren't Starbucks, they were a brand called Arctic Freeze, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but it was cappuccino flavored. They had a few that were coffee flavored, cappuccino, mocha, espresso. They look like coffee cups. They came with a straw. You were supposed to kind of shake it. It was supposed to be like a drink. But I kind of ended up scooping mine out because they were a little thick. But we had them at the zoo, and I got it, and I ate it, and it was fine. I will say that nothing I've eaten has made me, my stomach upset or me ill. Good, bad, you know, who knows if that's a blessing or a curse. Anyway, and then later that day, I saw them again at a different part of the zoo, and I said to my husband, you know what, I'm going to get another one of these. And he was like, yeah? And I said, I'm never going to see these again. I've never seen these before. I'm probably not going to see them again. And honestly, I really wanted a second one. And so I had it, and it is what it is. And I will say that my husband was great during the trip. He didn't question what I wanted to eat. If I wanted to eat something that was not out of the normal, you know, was out of the normal, he never questioned me, asked me, oh, do you really want that? Whereas I could see other people in my life saying, oh, should you be eating that type of thing. So I will give him his kudos, because that was really nice, honestly, to not feel guilty from someone else. Because in my own head, it took me a few days to really let myself have these things. Obviously, if you've been here before, you've known my internal struggles with letting myself not be perfect in this eating and whatnot. But I have got back into eating what I normally eat as soon as we got home. There's a woman I follow, Kim. She's a Weight Watcher, and she was talking about having to reset and just clicking that button, and you can reset any single time you want, middle of the day, you know, that type of thing. I reset my mind, and now I'm back to normal in my routine. It did take me almost a week to really get back into drinking my water. Excuse me, when we were there, it was extremely hard to keep hydrated, because it was just so hot. It was so hot, especially in Rome. It was disgusting. And I said even once to my husband that I was like, I haven't even peed today. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because everything I was drinking was just getting sweated out. So I should have brought a reusable water bottle, because we were having to buy water bottles or fill up the water bottles that we had already bought. What, honey? You're looking for the card? Okay.
Oh,
Anyway.
I couldn't see your other foot. I was like, does Mommy have one foot?
I was standing with like my foot up against my other foot, and he couldn't see it under my dress. Anyway. I should have brought a reusable water bottle. The water bottles that we were buying weren't real thick material, and I don't know what is up with that kind of thing over in Europe, but they were really thin as opposed to an American water bottle, which is a bit thicker plastic. So yeah, it was hard to stay hydrated, and then I kind of got out of the habit, so it did take me a while to get back into it, but I'm there now. I always have water bottle with me now. A few people have mentioned fiber gummies, and I started taking these. I don't know if they're helping. They could be helping, but it's really nice to have 2 gummies every day. I'll tell you that. One of my big problems over there was my gummy addiction. My kids have, like, you know, packs of gummies all the time, and they don't really bother me. I don't really want them, but Harborough gummies originated in Germany. We were in Germany. They had tons of different ones, and I overindulged in them. I just cannot have a bag of gummy bears or those type of gummies around me. There was one, thankfully, they make me full, because I grabbed a handful and was eating them, and then I had a few left, and I was like, I literally can't fit these in. Blessing, because I shouldn't have been eating them. So I'm glad that they made me full. But yeah, I just can't handle myself around them. Things I didn't have that were around me: French fries, chips, pretzels. I didn't have any of those. I didn't want to get into that, because I know I'm around French fries enough at home that I can try them whenever I want, and I don't really need to try them over there. Same thing with chips. We have them in the house. I don't eat them. and I don't really want to start eating them. I did have a little bit of popcorn that was like sweeter. It was a bit like kettle corn, but not really. I'm trying to think of anything else. My son got his retainer today, and so he's getting used to food. And these things are bugging me. I don't know what they are. So what does our summer look like for the rest of the couple weeks? Finn has vacation Bible school one more day tomorrow. He's loved it. He's got 2 weeks of camp coming up, so it'll just be me and the little guy. And then he's going up to New Hampshire with my family by himself. Then we are heading to New Hampshire for a couple days. I'm finally going to get back to the gym. I have not been to the gym since the beginning of July. My husband was away, we were away, and then my husband was away again. He is currently in Maryland. So I was really thinking about trying to take them both tonight to the gym. My son usually goes to the Kids Fit, which is...
But me and Rowan are going to see at the daycare.
Right, but this time Finn has graciously said he will help me and stay in the daycare instead to try and help Rowan acclimate a little bit. So we will probably try that. It depends on what we do this afternoon. I'd really like to go to Splish Splash, which is a local water park, but we may not get there. We may get there. Who knows? If we don't get there today, we'll definitely go on the weekend. On the weekend, it's better because my husband can come and they can do all the rides together. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back to the gym. Despite walking all the time, sorry, I didn't know what that was. Despite walking all over Europe, I felt super lazy. At one point, we were waiting for some people to get back on the bus, and instead of getting back on the bus and waiting on the bus, I continued to push Rowan in the stroller and even started jogging a little bit just because my body felt the need to move and be more active than we already were. Like I said, we were definitely getting our steps in, and a lot of those steps were either pushing a stroller, which generally I wasn't because the things weren't super stroller friendly that we went to, like castles and forts and stuff like that. So then I had to put him on my back, and so a lot of my steps had a 20-something, maybe 30-pound toddler on me. Yeah, I'll tell you, he adds to your working out. So I think that's it. Last thing, I will take my measurements and pictures and stuff on the 21st, but I broke my phone about a month ago, and I lost all my measurements. Unless I wrote them down, which I don't think I did, or said them in the video that I talked about my measurements last, I don't have my original measurements, and it's annoying to say it in a very nice, polite way. So I'm going to try and figure out what my measurements were. If not, I'll have to start fresh at almost 8 months out, or 8 months out. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing great. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.